Okay. There is no shortage of note-taking apps on the market, but this one is a little different. At first, it looks just like any other note app, but the way you can organize information visually, as well as with structures like Kanbans and tables, is really cool. If you're looking for a tool to help you write, plan, create, and organize, this is definitely worth checking out. Hey, how are you doing? My name is Shu. Today we are having a look at AFFiNE. I actually tested it briefly a few months ago, but it looks like it has improved a lot since then. AFFiNE seems to get inspired by some of the best productivity apps like Notion, Roam, and Miro, making it a good all-in-one kind of tool. Plus, unlike most of those apps, it's open source. Also, it's local first, meaning that your data and notes are kept on your device, not in the cloud. Of course, it's not without flaws, but I'll get into that later. If you have tried one of the recent note apps, AFFiNE looks pretty familiar, where you have journals, lists, and the right sidebar. Journals are the perfect place to jot down your thoughts and ideas quickly, but then if you want to focus on a certain topic, you can create a new note with an @sign. Since this note was created on the journal page, it's already linked to it, and as you add more links to different notes, they will be added to the list of backlinks and outgoing links at the bottom. Also, just like apps like Notion, it has the option to add tags and other properties. They will come in handy later on when you have loads of notes and you want to organize them. For instance, you can create a collection, which is like a smart folder where you can make rules for what notes go in it. Say I want to make a collection of the people I know. Here I can create a new one with a rule so that all the notes with the tag person will be put in it. So the next time I meet someone new and make a note of them, it will be automatically added to my collection. But that's kind of normal, right? Something more interesting is that you can insert a table or a Kanban into your note. These are great for keeping track of projects and tasks. Personally, I love to use Kanban for lots of stuff. In my Notion, I have a Kanban for my content ideas, one for movies to watch, another one for video games to play. It's super useful, although unlike Notion, AFFiNE's capabilities are a little bit limited simply because it's a new app with fewer people in development. For instance, there are only Kanban and table view options, whereas Notion has a lot more, like the gallery view and timeline view, which are very useful for organizing different things. By the way, if you're looking for a tool to organize your email inbox, today's sponsor, Sanebox, is my favorite tool. Sanebox uses AI to clean up your inbox and build a system that automatically sorts your emails so you can focus on what's important. All you have to do is link your account so it can scan your emails and categorize them for you. It will move all the less important emails to the same later folder so your inbox has only the messages that actually matter. This means that the moment you open your inbox, you only see the emails that you need to act on. No marketing emails or newsletters to distract you. You can see the other emails at any time to see if there's anything urgent, but if not, you can just archive them all at once. I love that it lets me delete all those irrelevant emails without having to do it one by one manually, which takes a long time. To keep your inbox clutter-free, Sanebox also comes with other cool features. Saying black hole is great when you're receiving too many emails from annoying marketers, or if you're subscribed to too many newsletters. You can just drop one of these emails into the same black hole folder, and any future emails from them won't clutter your inbox. You can try Sanebox for free to see if it works for you. You don't even have to register your credit card. Simply go to sanebox.com/shiomi and also get a $25 credit. Even if you don't end up using it, you should try the deep clean because it works great. It basically cleans up all the emails that might be taking up space in your inbox so you can start fresh. Alright, back to AFFiNE. There is something I really like about this tool. It's the way they implemented AI features, especially the one in the sidebar. It's really nice to be able to have a chat with AI to ask questions or get help with research and writing. Then you can insert the answer into the current note or create a new note with it. It's a little thing, but it makes the whole experience a lot more smooth and enjoyable. Also, you can ask anything about your notes to find a specific piece of information or get a summary of what's in your notes. This is the same as Notion AI, but it's great to have it. Additionally, when writing, you can press space to get help from AI. Again, this is becoming a kind of standard feature for note-taking apps, but the way AFFiNE implements it is really nice. You have options to insert the response directly into the note, regenerate it, or continue it in chat. But the best thing about AFFiNE, it's not table, Kanban, or those AI features. It's how it seamlessly switches between document and whiteboard, which they call edgeless. I know infinite canvas like this is becoming like a common feature in new note apps, but it's so nicely implemented in AFFiNE. I don't think it's useful if you're just writing something short, but for longer documents and projects, being able to visually organize things can be a massive time saver. This is actually my favorite way to start a writing project. I always kind of begin by putting down all the ideas I have without worrying about structure or order. Then once I have enough, I shuffle them around and organize them into sections. And that's how I structure the whole thing. I used to do this with pen and paper, but this seems like a great tool for that because it has a bunch of different shapes and colors, as well as lines to connect them together. I personally love those stickers. They are dogs and cats and more, but they're not just for fun. They are more templates you can use for making charts, mind maps, brainstorming, and so on. Also, the way they use AI in Edgeless Mode is pretty ingenious too. For instance, when you have a topic you want to explore, you can write that down and then choose Ask AI. This will give you a lot of options. There are typical ones like explain it, summarize it, but the one I like is brainstorm ideas with MindMaps, which will generate a bunch of ideas about that topic for you, although it's not quite perfect. Then you can expand each branch further if you like. And that's not all. You can do even cooler stuff like creating a widget just by describing what you want to make. I think this is really cool, and it's exactly what makes it the most creative note-taking app. Moreover, it lets you draw directly too, if you like. Personally, I almost never use this because trying to draw on your laptop is almost impossible and feels so awkward. I guess this would be great on iPad or a tablet, but they don't have an iPad app as far as I know. Another use case that I found really useful is this cutting mode. This literally lets you cut a block into smaller ones. This might not look like a big deal, but it's very handy when reading long articles. By breaking a big chunk of text into smaller ones, it's easier to digest and find the links between ideas. Also, you can annotate more easily. I just use one of those sticky notes and link it to the section. By the way, you get to choose whether to show those notes on the document or not. So even if you have a ton of them on the canvas, they don't clutter up the actual document, which is absolutely important. So in a way, this canvas is your workbench where you brainstorm, organize, test your ideas, and so on. And then when you are done, you switch back to the document to put it all together. To me, this feels like a great process for writing. Now, let's talk about the cons and the limitations. First thing I noticed is that you cannot see multiple notes at the same time. Many note apps now let you open multiple notes in the sidebar so you can see them while you write. But that's not possible here. You just have the AI chat, calendar, table of contents, and a list of frames, which are like slides in a presentation. Maybe this is just my preference, but I love having my notes open in the sidebar as references when I'm writing. So not being able to do that is a huge downside for me. And secondly, there's no mobile app yet. It seems like it's under development. It will probably be ready by the end of this year, but as for now, they only have a desktop app. Again, this is understandable since it's a young product. So I guess we have to be a patient for a bit. Thirdly, there aren't many integration with other apps yet. For example, if you want to import your reading highlights from Readwise, there's no way to do that yet unless you do that manually. So if you're highly dependent on a certain app, you might want to wait for a while. And finally, the price. Basically, it's free and it's great. But in order to use the AI features, you have to pay $100. For some reason, they only offer a yearly subscription plan, which I find a bit strange. Usually, I want to test it for a month or two to see if it's actually worth the yearly subscription, but they're not letting me do that. Okay, now the question is it worth moving to this app from the others? It depends on your needs, but personally, I'd wait a little because of the limitations I just mentioned. Mobile app, for example, is very important to me. Also, I think an iPad app would be a great addition that goes well with that draw feature. But still, if your priority is visually organizing information on a canvas, then this is one of the best options. There are a few tools like this, but I think AFFiNE offers the most creative freedom on canvas. Also, I didn't get to cover it in the video, but AFFiNE seems like a great tool for collaboration as well. You can invite people to join your canvas or documents to brainstorm and write together, just like you do in Google Docs or Notion. Anyway, it's probably easier to try it yourself to see if it's for you. It's completely free unless you want to use their cloud and AI features. If you're a Notion user, they already have a dedicated importer, so you can get your notes in AFFiNE without losing the structure. The same goes for other Markdown-based note apps like Logseq and Obsidian. If you want to know more visual note apps, check out this video. Alright, thank you so much for watching till the end. I really appreciate that and your support. If you liked it, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you in the next one. Bye bye!